Skip it up and that up. I gotta take a minute or two out of this video to talk about Killzone Shadowfall. This is easily the prettiest game right now out of all the PS4 launch titles. I mean, you could actually like press your muzzle up and like you could aim down the sights and look at a texture, and the textures are razor sharp. The lighting is gorgeous. It looks like I'm playing this. I feel like I'm playing a game on a high-end PC at max settings. It's definitely a showcase of what the PlayStation 4 hardware can do. Gameplay-wise, though, and this is coming from a fan of the Killzone series, maybe I would say Killzone 3 being the weakest link, even though I still enjoy it. It's just, the gameplay sucks. It's not fun. The pacing of the game is terrible. I don't like the way the guns feel. Like, shotguns feel really funky in this game. I just am not enjoying it. It doesn't feel like a Killzone game. And I'm not talking about the fact they alleviated somewhat the weighty controls. It just isn't fun. And I love the Killzone series. I really do, so I'm very disappointed. I'm probably going to trade this in today and get Need for Speed Rivals, because everyone I know who has that is really enjoying it. So I'm really disappointed. I mean, it's definitely a hell of a tech demo for the PlayStation 4. If you want to see what the future of gaming is going to look like on the consoles, this is the game to buy. But if you're expecting it to be fun, and yes, I tried the multiplayer and I didn't enjoy it, don't expect too much from Killzone Shadowfall. It's just, I don't know. Some people out there like it. Maybe it's just me, but I tried multiple times to enjoy this game and I didn't. So anyway, you've been warned if you're buying a PS4 and are thinking about getting Shadowfall. So hey, the PlayStation 4's out. Let's put up some conspiracy theories. God, the one that's going around, I know this is fairly dated, but you guys still want me to talk about it. I've been getting even posts recently on my Facebook page and stuff like that, and I've been getting PMs of these articles. There's a rumor going around that students from Zion Technologies Institute, who were interns over at Foxconn, were pissed off at Foxconn for the horrible working conditions. So to get back at Foxconn, they decided to make sure the PlayStation 4s that they were working on were manufactured poorly and wouldn't work properly. There was a post on an IGM forum that popped up, and this is what it said. Obviously, this is translated, by the way. Since Foxconn are not treating us well, we will not treat the PS4 console well. The PS4 console we assemble can be turned on at best. Now, that post was taken down. I don't know if it was by IGN. I don't know if Foxconn had something to do with it. Whatever, but there was another Zion Technological University North Institute thread that was posted, and this is what the poster said. If the system is broken, don't blame us students. When we were studying, they shipped in 20,000 migrant workers from Guizhou. So I apologize if I'm not saying that right. On top of that, there were also many Yantai local students and longtime Foxconn workers at the factories. The people that made the news were us Zion Technological University North Institute students. We're not even 1/10 of the workers at Foxconn. So don't blame the issue on Chinese students, and don't talk about Foxconn on this board. You have no idea how hard it is to work in the factories as a recent high school graduate. Feel free to ask questions about the PS4, but not about Foxconn. Those with dirty mouths aren't welcome. If you have a problem, go find quality control. We are only in charge of manufacturing. Smiley face. Yeah, they put a smiley face in at the end. So first off, I don't know if that second post was damage control by Foxconn. It was because they kind of mixed in how miserable it is to work there, and then they said don't talk bad about Foxconn. So maybe it was Foxconn trying to make a realistic looking post to damage control, but not make it like it was Foxconn actually posting that. But it has an interesting point, though, man. I mean, do you really... They obviously weren't just getting students from this one institute to do all the manufacturing for the Sony PlayStation 4s. So, if there's a lot of PlayStation 4s that are coming DOA, it can't just be because of that. Also, too... it was funny, I was saying to Tony in a news story I did with him, that it's so funny how every little fart that happens with, because of social media, because of YouTube, because of Facebook, because of Twitter, because of Amazon, and all the unverified reviews on there, but that may be another video. I may talk about things. It's just interesting. Every little shit that happens, everyone knows about it. I was watching a video by Adam Sessler, and it is true with the last generation of consoles, social media, it was starting, but it was nowhere near what it is now. So it kind of like with the whole it'd be funny now if like the Xbox 360 was released in the 2013, how fast like the red ring of death would have spread, because it kind of took a while for people for that to really sink in that was happening. And I think that the social media sites are taking things out of proportion. They're blowing up things. Obviously you're going to have the news sites that are going to chomp on this to get the views and stuff like that, and to get the clicks on their website. But I really think that, okay, let's see what happens. Maybe it is. Maybe the PS4 really is in bad shape and there's a bunch of defective ones. But I really think right now, to me, what it seems like, and it's kind of why I didn't really jump on talking about this, it just seems like it's just getting blown out of proportion, and everyone's jumping on the hype train, and you have the fanboys. I'm not saying it, but believe me, I'm sure there were a good amount of those reviews on Amazon that were genuine people pissed off because they got a DOA PS4. But I'm also sure there were fanboys on there that were just, there were people found negative reviews where people said in the review, yeah, I just don't like the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation, and I want the Xbox to be more popular. Really? Like, even if you're 12, what the hell is wrong with you? And then on top of it too, everyone's jumping on this conspiracy. Like, some guy disassembled, he wanted to put Arctic Silver on his PlayStation. It was on N4G, and some guy wanted to put Arctic Silver on his PlayStation 4's, that CPU, GPU that they have in there. And when he opened it up, the thermal paste, it was starting to get dry. So N4G or whoever posted that tried to turn it into, so maybe someone purposely put bad thermal paste on the CPU to make sure it overheats. No, they just put cheap-ass thermal paste on. You know how many times I've seen that with processors? Even if you put relatively new thermal paste, it starts to get tacky and dry. They probably wanted to save a couple bucks, so they use cheaper. They're not going to use Arctic Silver. They probably use cheap-ass thermal paste on there. Or maybe they used a hood version of Arctic Silver. I don't know. But to say that they used that was their conspiracy. They put on bad thermal paste. Like, really? Really? Is that what we're doing now? So, I don't know, man. My PlayStation 4, as you could see from this footage, is working flawlessly. The worst thing that happened is it was weird. I just put in Battlefield 4, and I got that error code that everyone keeps talking about. It happened like 30 seconds after I put in the disc, too. But that's it. My system's working fine. A lot of people I know, like I said in my other video when I did my first impressions of it, I know a guy who's a supervisor manager at Best Buy, and there was 147 of them there. Not one of them was returned. So who knows what it is? Maybe Amazon got a bad batch. Maybe there is some truth to this whole sabotage thing, but I'm sure it's not on the scale that websites are trying to make it out to be. And this isn't me damage controlling for Sony. I would say the same thing for Microsoft or Nintendo. It's just I think people are blowing shit out of proportion. And all the news sites and social media sites and talking heads, just like myself, I got to be honest with myself, or spread things like wildfire really quickly due to how easy it is to access information on the web. That's my take on it. All right, guys, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.